Good morning, everybody. We are in Sweetwater, Tennessee. We decided to come out for a quick adventure. It was very last minute, very spontaneous. We drove up yesterday when I got off work. We got here about 11 o'clock last night. We stayed in a little hotel called Serenity Inn, just off the interstate, off of 75. Hotel total with all fees included was $70. I did it on booking.com. The hotel, we thought, oh gosh, this is gonna be a little sketchy, but it was super clean. The bed was very comfortable. It was a little dated, but all in all, it was a great hotel, great place just to stay overnight and come out for your adventure the next day. So check it out, Serenity Inn off of 75. We stopped for breakfast this morning. We just kind of did a Google search. We didn't want to do a McDonald's or a Burger King, which are both right there by the hotel. So we came down to Main Street, and just off Main Street is a place called Sweetwater Connections, or Sweetwater Crossings. Sweetwater Crossings. I think it's actually called both on Google, so don't get confused like we did. The food is great. There's only like 12 booths in the whole place. Open kitchen. Throw a couple pictures in here real quick. But the food was delicious. You could watch them cook it if you were, sitting in the right place. Waitress was amazing, super sweet. Highly recommended it. We both got 2 eggs, a meat, a biscuit, and gravy, and potatoes. And our total bill was $23 before tax. You can't go anywhere for breakfast for 2 of us for that. That, I think, is the cheapest we've ever paid for breakfast anywhere out. So we are headed to Sweetwater Valley Farms to do a tour of their robotic milking facility. So we saw this on one of our favorite channels to watch, Fridays Forever. If you haven't ever watched them, great couple. They go out on adventures all the time. So we decided, you know what, we're going to go check it out. The video we watched from them, this is mid-August 2025. Their video came out like a year and a half ago. So we're going to go check it out, and we want to take y'all along with us. So we're inside the store, and there's all kinds of goodies. That's cute. Oh, I love this. This little tray is so cute. Pop-up sponges. I guess when you get them wet, they expand. Huh. This is a neat little store. All kinds of just little country things. stuff for the kitties. Oh yeah, I like that. That's a big cutting board. Alright, you're supposed to get here 30 minutes before your tour, and we're here just a little bit earlier than that. So, we're just gonna walk around a little bit, maybe step outside and look at the grounds a little bit and see what we can find out.
So you guys paid to do the Red Cow tour, and there she is. Thanks for coming. I hope y'all had a good time. Hope you enjoyed the tour.
Alright,
And you're not buying one lick of that. So I am David, and I am the tour guide. My background is I'm a retired educator. I taught agriculture, and I was an FFA advisor at the high school level for 18 and a half years. Then I served as a high school principal and also spent some time working in higher education. I'm in recovery now.
I bet you are.
Probably need to be.
So this is the robotic milking facility. So in this facility, robots milk cows. Now there are 8 robots in this facility. Currently, there are 465 cows in this facility, and they're milked at least 3 times a day by these 8 robots. We still have 2 traditional facilities in use here at the farm. They're automated traditional, so they require dairymen. The dairyman's job is to clean the cow, prep the cow, check the cow, and attach the unit to the cow milk herd. The total number of cows milked here right now is on the dot today, 1,700.
Wow.
And 90% of the 90% of the fluid milk we produce here goes to Mayfield Dairy in Athens, Tennessee for processing. They're a local processor. They process fluid milk, ice cream. If you go to their plant, you can go on a tour and they'll take you to the plant and show you how they process milk. 10% of our milk goes right up there to the cheese plant where we times per day that cow chews. So she's a ruminant animal, which means she has a stomach with 4 compartments. So she doesn't digest like we as monogastrics do. Okay. So if she's not chewing normally, if her activity's abnormal, if her respiration's abnormal, or any of those in combination, the computer that monitors this transponder sends a text alert to the herd manager to let him know that that particular cow is not functioning normally today. Now there are 2 scenarios. One is less likely than the other. The one that's less likely requires treatment. The one that is more likely is an opportunity. So it's less likely, but she could be sick. And if she's sick, obviously she needs to be treated for what ails her. The one that's most likely is that she's in heat and she needs to be bred. It's an opportunity for us to breed her. All that information comes from this collar she wears around her neck. As I said, these cows are predominantly Holstein, and they are the largest of the 6 dairy breeds of the big black and white cows. These little darlings weigh a minimum of well over 1,200 pounds each.
Wow.
These girls will eat about 100 pounds of food per cow per day, and they will drink over 50 gallons of water. Wow. We have a nutritionist on staff here that balances their diet. It's pretty obvious I don't, but that's really not a topic we're going to discuss any further today. This nutritionist puts together for the cows what we refer to as TMR. That stands for total mixed ration. So here's what she eats. The main part of her diet is corn silage. And we're mixing some things with it to boost both nutrient value and palatability for the cow. So currently, we're adding in roasted soybeans, ground corn, soy hulls, straw, and minerals. Now that part of her diet is fed to her what we refer to as free choice. You would refer to it most likely as buffet. She eats how much she wants when she wants it. When a cow goes into the robot, folks, she gets a treat. Now the treat that she gets has nutritional value to her. She does not know that. It's actually made from cereal grains. So what they do is they take different types of cereal grains and they mix those together in a proportion level to get the exact energy we want. They add vanilla flavoring in that mix. Then they run all that through a pelletizer machine, so it's pellet form feed. So to a cow, it's like eating pelletized vanilla cookies.
And that's why cows sometimes go in robots when they don't really need to be milked. And the truth, they just want more cookies. I had a tour group with me the other day, and we had a cow go through 4 times over here, same cow, making circles. It will not milk her, it will not feed her, but she's trying. Okay?
She wants the cookie.
The cows in this facility are averaging 12 gallons of milk per cow per day in production.
Wow.
It is divided into several opportunities, and I will take you through the main ones. When we are finished, or I'm finished, you do not have to leave here because I'm finished. You can stay as long as you like and explore. The barn's designed that way. That's a picture history of the farm back to 1900. John and Sylvia Harrison bought the farm in 1987. John's a 7th generation farmer. He's a 4th generation dairy. 2 of his children actually work with him on a farm in different aspects. See the sandwiches, the concept behind the cafe. These are our people. That's our mission. Let's go watch this cow. Go back.
It's basically a formality. She's released, she goes back out. Now the second time that's the same cow. No, it's not. All right, let's go. I'll come back and train it. So the first thing that happens with the cow is the robot cleans the cow. So you've got these brushes that go underneath the cow and clean her teats. Okay? And it's going to clean her twice. We're using a peroxide-based cleanser on the cow. It's mixed at 6 parts per million. So that's enough to disinfect her, but it's not enough to irritate her skin. It cleans her thoroughly the first time. The brushes come back out to be sprayed off with more cleanser and they go back in. Now the second time it cleans her, you need to listen very carefully through the glass. The robot will blow dry each teat. You guys been to a car wash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a cow wash. We specialize in udder carriage.
God.
My Lord.
Oh, I got more. I'm just
Oh, your
That
mom
was
would have
perfect.
loved that.
That was perfect.
That is just an amazing device.
Now listen. Alright, I need you two to move with me because I'm going to put you in a better spot for what's about to happen. You need to be right here looking.
Okay.
Get right over top of it where you can see it. You're not going to
Trust me, I've seen this whole thing once or twice. Right. You should be able to see her entire udder, and you should be able to see red flashing lights. Those are lasers.
Yeah.
So it's going to align to the cow. It's going to place the teacups on her one at a time. When she's completely attached, I will tell you how that whole process works.
So as precise as that is, and it's still so gentle, it's not bothering her, hurting her at all.
All right, she's attached. So here comes her new. Now here's how it works. Every time she comes into the robot is going to take a digital image of her udder and it's going to store that digital image in memory. So think about your thumbprint. It's unique to you, correct? You know where I'm headed now. Her udder is unique to her. There's not another cow with an udder exactly like her, so the robot knows her. Here's what the robot has to figure out when she comes in. Where is she standing? She's a cow. She's not going to stand in the exact same spot 2 times in a row. And some of these cows dance during the process. So the robot uses lasers to monitor and adjust for cow location and cow movement, and it places the teacups on her. So those are actually teat-seeking lasers.
Oh, God.
Your mom would love him.
That looks like a Wagyu factory where they're babying the cows all the time.
It's like a great big squeegee thing.
Now, how often did you say that comes?
every 3 hours.
Every 3
Now
hours.
watch this.
It doesn't bother them at all. Wow. Now, this is going to sound like a crazy question, but my dad, I was probably the only kid that hated to see the circus come to town in Birmingham because we'd go down and clean out the manure from the civic center because Dad's garden was organic. What do y'all do with what that's scraping.
So when it gets to the end of the barn, it falls off at an opening. It's flumed underground to a handling facility. We separate liquid waste, solid waste, and sand. See, they're embedded in sand. So the liquid and solid waste is used to fertilize the crop fields, and the sand is cleaned and then reused to bed the cow. Now, see the stock trailer out there? That's a cow oogler, by the way. See all those cows in there are marked with an R? That's Lewis in the front of the trailer. He's trying to get them to turn around. These cows are getting ready to be offloaded. So they're new to the barn.
Okay.
And the reason they mark them with an R is they're all rookies. So they're going to go in training protocols. See, he's trying to he just wants to get them to move. He's trying to it's just one of them will turn around. And here comes the herd manager. That's Charles Allen. That's John's son. He's in charge of all of that. He'll get them started backing off.
I see.
He's going to get one. Once they get one turned, then they'll all be like, oh, well, duh. Yeah, we can get off here. Yeah, they're not the smartest. Oh, look. Way out. Good, thank you.
Do these cows ever get aggressive because aren't Holsteins normally very docile for?
Yeah. They get aggressive with each other. They have a pecking order.
Yeah.
All right, so that trailer's offloaded. So that was about 8 cows. So that means now our number in here is not 465. Now our number is 473.
Loading the truck with feed for the cows.
It's full of feed.
I bet.
And it really, you have to be ginger with it at that. That is a 6155M. That's a 155 horsepower tractor.
Wow. My dad never had nothing remotely.
Oh, when I was a kid, the guy that had the biggest tractor around here was 95 horsepower, and everybody told him he's crazy. When y'all get finished watching that, push that button and this will play. I'll be right down here.
Okay.
And I'll show you what I got next.
All kinds of little goodies in here. Okay, so we are done with the tour. I enjoyed it. What did you
I
think?
thought it was outstanding. It was very informative.
Our tour guide was great. Highly recommend it. Sweetwater Valley Farm up here. It's in Philadelphia, Tennessee, which is just outside of Sweetwater. I mean, it's 11 miles down the road. So I highly recommend it. Come out here. The tour lasts about an hour. We came at 11 o'clock. You do have to reserve your times online. So they don't do any where you come here and go on tour. You do have to do it online to get your tour tickets and pick a time. They do fill up at times, so that's why they ask you to do that instead of just show up. And then you have to show up 30 minutes in advance to kind of get checked in. But it was only $16 a person, well worth every penny. Then when you're done with that, or if you're just kind of waiting around for your tour, you can come over to the cheese plant in the store and do all kind of taste tests. It was great. Tour guide was great. The facility is really cool. I can't say enough good things.
Yeah, Dave, the tour guide, he was really good, very knowledgeable.
A lot of one-liners too. I like that part of it. He had some one-liners that made me laugh. So guys, come on out here. We are out here living our great story, and we hope that you do the same.